One Piece chapter 1098. So I just finished reading it a couple minutes ago, and wow, what did I just read, bro? You know, it seems week by week Oda is just challenging himself to make Kuma's backstory as tragic as possible. This week, bro even decided to push the bounds of shonen manga with the way that Bonnie was born, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So the start of the chapter, we find out that Jenny was captured by the celestial dragons and forced to marry one of them. Now, this chapter confirmed a couple things for me. One, the celestial dragons definitely be piping their slaves. Two, maybe they're not inbred, because 2 years passes by and they release Jenny after she contracts a deadly disease, and by the time that Jenny's released, Bonnie's born, which just has all kinds of fucked up implications, meaning Bonnie therefore is a grape baby without the G, if you feel me. Did not think that Oda was gonna go there. I'm not finna hold you. Also, this week we get it confirmed that Bonnie is in fact a 12-year-old child, so rest in peace to anybody who bought that one figure. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. And also, can we get this nigga Oda on a watch list, please? He can't keep getting away with this. Rebecca, Shirahoshi, Bonnie, what's going on, gang? This is madness. Like, bro has been drawing this character provocatively for damn near 2 decades. Whole time in the back of his mind knowing, yeah, she's 12. Like, nigga, what? Then at the beginning of Egghead, he gives us that one panel that ended up turning into a figure, and he just sat there and watched that hoe go into production. Whole time sitting back like, we got him. That is some heinous work, Oda. That is fucked up. But anywho, then he dies after being overcome with this insane disease that turns your body into like crystals? Like you start growing crystals out of your skin. I think this is an actual disease, by the way. So Ginny has that, and that was passed down to Bonnie, which coincidentally enough is how she gets the nickname Jewelry Bonnie, because Kuma says that it looks like jewels on her face. And this whole relationship between Bonnie and Kuma is so incredibly wholesome, but of course it just gets tragic. New Paddock Philippe, you feel me? Kuma goes through hell and back to adopt and raise this celestial dragon slave grape baby without the G, once again, for the slow homie in the back, just to find out from a doctor that she's not even gonna live to see the age of 10. God damn, this nigga has had it tough. Then Bonnie overhears the age of 10. He like can't bring himself to break it to her that she's gonna be dead by 10, so he lies to her that that's when she'll be cured. This chapter is just all kinds of fucked up. We'll also find out that one of Bonnie's like childhood dreams is going up to one of the Sky Islands and finding Nika, which like I really would like to know her reaction to finding out that like Luffy has been Nika this entire time. And I feel like with one of her dreams being to, you know, find Nika, it's pretty safe to say Bonnie for Nakama at this point, right? Like, surely this can't be another Yamato situation. And shit, some people wanted Tama on the crew, so we've already went over the idea of recruiting children. Shit, if Roger can do it. Also, we got like a little mini shot of Sabo as a kid. That was dope. Great to see my goat. Then the chapter ends with a nightmare in the Sorbet Kingdom. Apparently King Beckery is going to try and burn people in their homes. This sounds quite familiar. I like that Oda's showing what happened on Great Terminal in the Goa Kingdom is happening throughout the world entirely, and that Luffy wasn't the only one growing up in these shitty circumstances with these nobles acting like they were top shit and quite literally murdering the poor people who couldn't afford to live in their society. Good to know that the nobles of Goa Kingdom aren't the only ones who are pieces of shit. It's just all nobles. Who would have thought? Well, I guess except for Fishman Island. They cool as fuck. But yeah, I'm really liking this. So far, Kuma's backstory has been fucking insanely tragic. About Robin O'Hara levels of tragic. Shit, maybe even deeper than that. I think the last time we got a flashback this good was probably Odin. A lot of y'all don't know this, but Jewelry Bonnie was one of my favorites out of the Worst Generation when they were first introduced. She always gave me like a Luffy vibe, you know what I mean? Like the overeating, the childish mentality. But now it makes more sense. She just literally is a fucking child. Which, by the way, can we just acknowledge how insane it is that she was like, what, 10 when she became a part of the Worst Generation? Just casually rocking a bounty over 100 mil at 10 years old. Built different. But yeah, W chapter, break week next week. Fuck. We're coming up on the holiday season, so, you know, chapter is going to be real inconsistent for the next few months, as always. But we'll get through it. We've been through worse. We've had months where there's only one chapter. Shout out to Oda's eye surgery. Speaking of which, apparently Oda didn't get to finish the manuscript for this chapter, so this shit just looked like straight up chicken scratch. Well, no, maybe that's a little too far. I like how Oda went out of his way to personally apologize on Brooks' legs. The chapter's manuscript is unfinished. Sorry, Oda. What a nice guy. But yeah, WS chapter. Really looking forward to seeing the rest of his backstory with Kuma, and really hoping that Bonnie ends up being Nakama. Anywho, I'll see y'all soon. Peace.